What's going on, guys? Mountaineer Mitch here, bringing you the Raw review for 7/21/2014. Starting off this show, we get Triple H coming down to the ring and going to announce the #1 contender for John Cena's title. It's SummerSlam. So first we get, Triple H goes on his rant about, who's going to be the next guy. He makes fun of the fans, which is kind of funny. He says that they're going to he'll go tweet about it, and he's just going to, quit the show, or, fire everybody in the back, or just quit watching, And I thought that was pretty funny, and just hackling the fans on Twitter a little bit would be hilarious. But so Randy Orton comes out there, says that you're not really considering Kane. Kane comes out. Here comes Roman Reigns. He says the fans don't want to see Orton versus Cena, or Kane versus Cena. They want to see him versus Cena. So then they end up, I think he attacks Kane. Roman Reigns, Superman punches Kane or spears him or something. Then they get into a handicap match, which is Randy Orton versus Kane. Roman Reigns ends up winning because Randy Orton didn't even attempt to tag in. Kane went to choke him. Roman Reigns ended up spearing him or whatever. So Roman Reigns ends up winning. So next we get a 4-on-1 match. Let me read off the names here. Rosa Mendez, Alicia Fox, Cameron, and Eva versus Nikki. So they all come down the ring. We see Brie Bella back for the first time since she quit at Battleground. Payback. And first time we get to see her, and Stephanie comes out and she calls her a B-I-T-C-H, and then Stephanie slaps her, and of course the 4 Divas beat down poor Nikki and gets the pin, and the 4 Divas obviously win. There you go, that was stupid. But anyways, next we get Bo Dallas versus Damian Sandow dressed up like LeBron. He has his Miami X'd out on his jersey and put Cleveland, and then hackling the fans. Bo didn't cut a promo though, which I thought he would do after the match, but Sandow beat him down a little bit, and somehow he pulls out the Bo dog out of anywhere. I don't understand this, but seems kind of silly, but Bo Dallas is still undefeated, so there you go. So next up we get Bray Wyatt in a highlight reel. He was wondering where Chris Jericho was, and if you're not watching the app, I don't watch it, but they showed it again. They end up beating down Chris Jericho. Bray Wyatt comes out there and spews some words, his great promos that he does. Then we go to the back and see Chris Jericho's laying there and his ears bleeding, and R-Truth saying, "What happened? What happened?" So I'm guessing he's not watching the app like I am, so I guess he's misinformed. But Chris Jericho's ear was bleeding. I don't know why his ear is bleeding, but I guess that is what it is. So next we get The Miz in a non-title match against Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler gets the win. Hopefully they're going in the direction of having Dolph Ziggler maybe win a belt. I don't know. I think I don't see them changing the belt unless they have a long enough feud for them to keep on going, and I don't see it happening. But look forward to probably seeing Miz versus Ziggler SummerSlam if they don't want to go to Sheamus unification route. I'm guessing since Rusev is facing Sheamus at main event, maybe they're going that route. I don't know, but moving on, we get a backstage segment where I think Seth Rollins says he wants to fight Cena, and then Triple H doesn't want him to fight him because he's Mr. Money in the Bank, and Cesaro comes in and says he's always Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's guaranteed to win, and He said he's no longer a Paul Heyman guy. So I think they should turn him face. He's not a Paul Heyman guy, but he said he wanted to be an Authority guy or Hunter guy or Triple H guy, whatever he said. He said he wanted to be part of the Authority, so he said he's going to set him up against the match with Dean Ambrose. So that'll be later on tonight. And next on we get Paige and AJ versus Naomi. No, not Naomi, but Natalya, which has been a while since we actually seen her on Raw, compared to how much we've been seeing her lately on NXT, and Emma. So AJ gets the win. Well, AJ and Paige wins. She does the Black Widow, gets her to tap out. So then they're celebrating in the ring whenever she turns her back. Paige beats her down, which is great. I was hoping they would do this, and they finally turned Paige full-blown heel, which was awesome. All right, moving on, we get Ziggler versus Zack Ryder versus Fandango, and of course the girls are out there, and they Summer Layla, and then Summer Layla knocks his leg off the bottom rope, and Ziggler wins. Or God, why do I keep calling him Ziggler? I guess because I haven't seen Zack Ryder forever. Zack Ryder gets the win, so Zack Ryder on Raw, and he won a match. That's crazy, but I don't expect it to happen again in another 3 months to see Ziggler even on Raw, let alone getting a win. He might be jobbing to somebody, but not for him to be like the main guy the thing on Raw. But anyways, moving on, we get a backstage segment. Renee is interviewing Flo Rida, which is there, and for some god-awful reason, I don't know. I like Flo Rida, I like his music, but I don't see why he's there wrestling. I guess because he likes it, but because that's my opinion. Him and Heath Slater gets a little shuffle, then he comes out and performs. Stephanie gets approached by men with badges. They read him her Miranda rights, and then they arrest her and take her to jail. And then Triple H is, all backstage and all that. So he leaves. He gets to leave it to Joey Mercury, which I had no clue that he was even still there. You know what I mean? Like, what the heck? And he's like talking to him like he was his main dude. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe they want to involve him more or something, but whatever. But anyways, moving on. He said he's going to leave it to John. Triple H is going to the thing, and he says, well, who do you want to face John Cena at SummerSlam? And he said, well, she'll be there for a while. So then he stays. So I don't know if they're going to argue over that or whatever, but there's that. So next we get a Big E and Kofi versus Ryback. And Ryback gets the win. Ryback really looked big and strong in this match. He pretty much destroyed Kofi. Then after the match, Xavier Woods comes down there and says he's shaking hands and kissing babies aren't getting you nowhere, and maybe they're turning heel. I don't know. I guess they need 5 heel tag teams to face the Usos because the Usos are so hot right now. But they said Ryback and they're in the running for the tag titles, but I don't understand why the Wyatts aren't. That match was awesome at Battleground. And like I said in my last video, you got to go back and watch it if you haven't watched it yet. Or somehow find it on the internet somewhere and watch that match. It was a great match. One of the best matches that had me on the edge of my seat the whole match, and especially right there at the end. But that's really about it there. Xavier Woods, maybe they're turning heel. I don't know. All right, moving on, we get Rusev versus the Great Khali, and I thought Alana would get a little bit of mic time. He still had the Russian flag out there waving it. And Alana goes and says a couple things in Russian, and then Khali comes out and interrupts her. Now, I'm going to make a video on this, the Alana situation, and things she said about the United States and about Russia and things like that. But that'll be in a separate video, probably out tomorrow maybe, if I have time to make it. And but Rusev wins, and that's really about the end of that. They do the boom, the Russian flag falls down. They're just standing there. He has the gold star of who knows what, who cares. And then we get a Stardust singing old Willy Wonka, and then they do the cosmic key thing again, and Goldust and Stardust just act like weirdos. Like always. I don't know what they're doing, or if they're ever going to fight anybody again. I'm guessing their faces, but I really couldn't tell you. Then we get a Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro match. Very good match, probably match of the night. Hands down, both these guys were battling. I mean, I would love to see this being in a championship match somewhere down the line. Both these guys have great potential. Both of them are good, bad guys. Good, crazy looking, just go flip off the edge. They're both strong. Cesaro just looks like a freaking mule out there just bullying people. And Dean Ambrose with his crazy self just doing crazy things, and Cesaro ends up winning by DQ because I can't remember if he actually hit him with the chair, but he's throwing chairs in the ring and acting like crazy Dean himself. But next we get Triple H. He says he's got to hurry up and make it as an announcement because he's got to get his wife out of jail or whatever, And he comes out there and he says the client for number one contender is... And Randy Orton comes out there, and before he can get to the ring, Roman Reigns stops him, throws him over the barrier, takes him to the back, and out walks good old Paul Heyman. He says, "You're just time for Plan C because Plan A and B is not working." And his client Brock Lesnar walks out, and he cuts this crazy promo, and it went on for like 10 minutes, but I didn't think it needed that long. I mean, it was good for like 5-6 minute promo, but it seemed like it went on and drug on forever. But he said there's a bunch of fans out there that say let's go see him. There's other fans that their mommy don't tuck him in at night. Cena sucks. He said Brock Lesnar's going to destroy Cena, break his neck. Even though didn't Cena win cleanly last year or something like that. He won somewhere and beat him clean. I think it's the Extreme Rules last year, to be honest. But don't mention that. Oh no, please don't. But anyways, John Cena wasn't there, which is fine with me. Less he's on TV, the better. I know he's the champion, but I think he's out making a movie or something, of course, like he always does. But that's really about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm signing out. Peace.